I hope people know that I'm not a judgmental person. When they sit down on my couch, I don't care what they've done. Uh, they are going to be completely loved and accepted as they are. It's not my job to judge, and it's actually judgment that really holds people back. Usually it's their own self judgment, but having another person put that on you too is just not helpful. So when people come into my office, I just want them to feel like they're wrapped up in this cocoon of warmth and acceptance, because that's really what it takes to help people grow. I'm pretty laid back. I'm easygoing. I enjoy humor and just having a good conversation with my clients. And I don't think therapy should be too rigid or intense. I mean, I'm definitely focused on getting the best outcome for my client, and I want to be focused. We're not just shooting the breeze for an hour, but it's a pretty laid back atmosphere where my clients can feel comfortable. I would say one of my greatest strengths is just being able to connect with people in creating that environment of safety. I think a part of why I'm able to connect easily with people is because I'm authentic. I'm bringing my genuine self to the table every time. I don't have this big like wall up of the therapist who just sits back and takes notes. Like I'm going to be very open and honest with people, and if it's appropriate, share how I've had similar struggles and the strategies I'm using in my life that are working, because I'm not just teaching therapy out of a book. I'm using things that work on myself. Another thing is I am very accepting of all belief systems. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but I never force my religion on people. And I mean, I love talking about it. If someone else is also LDS, I enjoy weaving therapy and religion together, but not if they don't want it. And I've really had wonderful experiences working with people from all different faith backgrounds, evangelical people, pagans, atheists. I mesh well with everybody because I'm not personally offended if somebody doesn't believe like me. We focus on what works in therapy. We don't need to have the same belief system in order to have a really good relationship. I've noticed, and I learn more and more as the years go by as a therapist, just how important emotions are. And it's something that I come at things from a very logical perspective. Usually, I've been like the nerdy intellectual kid most of my life, and I've come to really value and understand emotions better, and see that emotions are usually what are holding us back. A person may know what they need to do. They may be able to tell you, like they know it intellectually, but they have a hard time like moving forward and doing something differently. And the reason for that is usually because they have these emotions that are stuck. And so I'm really good at helping people to identify those and to experience them in a new way that they probably haven't noticed before, and then to start letting them go. And sometimes it's a little bit of a process if it's something huge, but other times I've seen massive changes where people accept what they feel, and then it kind of dissipates and it's gone, and they feel comfortable moving forward with something new. But being more of a cognitive person, I also really love that side of therapy, helping people to examine their belief systems, their philosophies. And as people change those deeply held beliefs in their subconscious, everything else in their life transforms as a result. They feel differently and they act differently. They get the different results that they're wanting. The thing is, people have to be able to see their problems from a higher level. It's like our problems are just like right up in our face, and often we get stuck seeing like two paths. Like we either have to do that or we have to do that. It can be very black and white, and that traps people. And so my job is to help them rise above that and see the problem for maybe the box that it is that they're stuck in. And when they have that wider view, they have different options. They have more hope. So from there, it's a lot easier to help them make plans to change because now they're seeing things differently. So I noticed early on that most everybody's going to struggle with a couple similar things, or if someone has a problem, it's likely to be either some kind of an addiction, even if it's something low key like eating too much. It maybe they have trauma that they haven't processed, some kind of depression, anxiety, and then definitely relationship issues. And so I decided early on I wanted to know how to help people with those core basic things that they're going to struggle with. And I wanted them to have the tools they need to deal with them. And I found that those things very often they come back down to similar roots. If a person has learned the skills to deal with depression, they also know how to deal with anxiety usually. And so whether I tell my clients or not, one of my secret goals for them is to learn all of these tools that will help them to have a really like fulfilling life where they know how to deal with any kind of problem that would pop up. And when my clients learn these skills and they know the tools, they're successful. These things work. They've been proven. And it's just a matter of the person practicing them enough so that they are a skill in their own life and that they can take that with them. And so my clients have had massive success in dealing with all of those things. I really love working with couples, helping their marriages, but I also love working with individuals on whatever kind of thing they're dealing with.